This is a more and more emotional issue for Californians who go through a double heartbreak these days. The heartbreak, first and foremost, of seeing too many of our brothers and sisters unhoused and too often on the streets. And the double heartbreak for that California dream, because you don't have to be homeless to feel that right now. That the one thing that California always had was good housing, affordable housing for everybody. When people try to talk about one group of the homeless, those that are on the streets dealing with mental health and or substance abuse, and then you find the 70% officially, maybe it's a little bit less, who have no mental health or substance abuse issue, but are emancipated foster youth and LGBTQ youth and families and women, 91% of whom on Skid Row have experienced sexual and domestic violence. The only thing that this very diverse group of people that mirrors literally the diversity of humanity itself have in common is that they are unhoused. So the solution is housing. The complicated part is the system. Homelessness inherits in California the system that we set up, and nobody would ever design, certainly local government, here the way that we have if we were starting from scratch. But I think we know how to solve this problem. I want to submit to you that strategically we actually don't need a huge, new, bright idea. What we want to see and focus on now is how we can get a system to work better. We are now housing 133 people a day who are experiencing homelessness in the county of Los Angeles, more than double what we did 2 or 3 years ago. But here's the other number, 150 people a day are becoming homeless. So when you feel overwhelmed by the tents, it's actually not a big delta. If we have 18 fewer people become homeless every single day, or 18 more housed, or some combination of both, we're on our way down. But my message to our state and federal government is we cannot do this alone. What we spend 90% of our time on right now is a circular firing squad. And we will not solve homelessness if 90% of our efforts go into that frustration. Where we will is if we just push 10% harder and see that 150 and that 133 reverse. Each one of us has to stretch beyond what we think we can do. And we are right now. We never thought we could possibly build this quickly. And I know that's not what the coverage says, but trust me, we've never done it, and there's no city doing it at this pace in the country. Because one day we will hold something that today we don't think we can. That's the history of this nation. And if we believe that there is indeed a right for people not to die on the streets of Los Angeles and Washington, D.C., and Seattle, and Glendale, Arizona, and Glendale, California, then let's keep stretching to that point, and let's push onward